grind.
On my millionaire grind.
Every day I'm on my millionaire grind. Every day I'm
On my
on my millionaire
millionaire
grind. Every day I'm on my millionaire grind.
What it do, what it do, what it do? This your dude, Big MG. And right now you tuned in to another episode of Grind Talk, right here on the Millionaire Grind Network. Today we got a special guest in the building, my Chapel Hill brother, Gunzo. What it do?
Big Gunzo, man, you know what's going on. The Chapel Hill Gorilla, this shit red rum, grrr gang. Yeah.
Don't forget the big.
Come on, man, fuck you talking about Big Gunzo.
Man, it's definitely a pleasure to have you here in the building. You could be anywhere else in the world, but you chose to be here with us.
For sure that. I'm rocking with Millionaire Grind, you did what I'm saying? It's the Grind family.
Yeah, so definitely. So I wanted to give thanks up front, just let you know that your presence is valued. For the listeners that's watching and don't know who you are, tell the people exactly who is Gunzo, and can you tell us a little bit about your upbringing?
Gunzo is a motherfucker that done been through a lot of struggle. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't gonna put like too much of the like business, but it was okay. My mom and my daddy, they separated when I was a little bitty, for they personal little reasons or whatever. But I ended up being homeless with my mama, you know what I'm saying? Like bouncing, hurted her, and we ended up getting caught in the back of a station wagon by the police. So yeah, that's how I ended up actually being from Chapel Hill. That was my start off of my whole Chapel Hill. Everything is because it was gonna be over with for me and my little sister, you know what I'm saying? My grandma had to, come on.
At what age were you when this happened?
Man, I was a little bitty, man. I was like 6, maybe. I remember when I first started going to Bird Chapel, I was in the 1st grade.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, by them having they little falling out or whatever they did, and then bouncing around like that for months. Now, don't get me wrong, I had stayed with my dad a little bit at first. When they first separated, I stayed with my dad a little bit more. My mama came and got me and my sister. And we was just out there for a while, you know what I'm saying? And then, I came up in Chapel Hill, my mama came and got us back, and then I moved to Mobile and some shit happened, to where like it was like a big ass ordeal, basically I'm gonna just say a big ass lie got me put out of the house, you know what I'm saying? So I ended up running back into homelessness again at 16.
Right.
Yeah, and so I was me and my brother Joe, which I call him my brother. He's not my blood brother, but me and him, we was sleeping in abandoned house and shit. You know what I'm saying? And so I ended up trying to get myself on my feet, going to Job Corps and this and that, whatever. I ended up getting put out of Job Corps. So everything. It's been a struggle till now. That's why it means so much to me what's going on with me right now, and I'm actually starting a breakthrough to success.
And you know how they say everything happened at the time for a reason?
Right.
So everything that you went through had to happen so you could be able to have that approach. Because the way that you talk, I could feel the passion. Yeah. But it's a difference when a person been through it and talking about something, or they just talking about it in the shell version of it. So that's probably the meats and the seasonings and the ingredients that was needed for you to be able to get to this point.
Yeah.
And you from Chapel Hill, still. So that being the case, we breed a special kind of talent anyway from Chapel Hill, whether you look at athletes, whether you look at certain rappers, you look at certain business people that came, we have it harder than most people. So by you being homeless and going through those different things and being able to overcome that, and now you just got the song on the radio. So that may not mean the most to the average person that may have a plug or a connection. But a person like myself, knowing where you coming from, seeing where you at, that made the most because I know the mud that you had to go through. I had to go through it.
Yeah.
So we actually from the same place, CHP. We Chapel Hill, baby. So it's definitely good to see you on this side of life.
And this newer generation, it's a lot of people that get like CHP and CHG confused, you know what I'm saying? This newer generation kind of more use CHG, it was CHP like then or whatever. And then it kind of got like gang related almost, but I turned it and used the G, you know what I'm saying? I put my G stand for gorilla, you did what I'm saying? That's just to clear that up for everybody, you see what I'm saying?
That's hard.
Yeah.
So what's 2024 been looking like for you? Because I've been seeing you popping, you been in go mode.
Yeah, this shit like kind of looking like real like superstars, you feel what I'm saying? This shit going up, no cap. For real, man. I mean, man, KP got me popping, you know what I'm talking about, man. Boog just stamped me, he got me popping, I'm talking about, man. The Awful Will brothers, all them, man. And Dreezy, this my little cousin, man. He been doing his thing with him for a little second, you know what I'm saying. I mean, it's shit going up. There ain't no way but up. It's over with now.
Man, I just heard you mention KP and Big Boogie.
Right.
Man, tell us how you and KP met. Tell us who KP is, just so people can know who you referencing when you saying that.
Man, KP, that's my manager, you know what I'm saying? Me and him go way back, you know what I'm saying? We was in the same apartment complex. Long story short, you know what I'm saying? Like we been running across each other paths or whatever, but we really just got serious about things this year and we making shit go up.
What about Big Boogie? You know, you said Big Boogie stamp you, so the
Yeah,
what about
Boog,
that?
Boog, that's my brother, man. I love that nigga, man. He helping change my life for real. Like he put that stamp on me, man, and shit going up for real. Like it's not no more not taking me serious and not all this nigga think he just chasing a dream and all this shit real, nigga, this shit on the floor.
This big Gunzo talking.
Yeah.
So I seen the whole hood came out too about a week ago to your show. Tell us about how that went and how that made you feel.
My whole hood standing behind me, man. Chopper here, I'm talking about from the old niggas to the young niggas to the older ladies. I ain't gonna call them old ladies. To the older ladies, to the young ladies, man. Everybody standing behind Big Gunzo. Everybody standing behind this brand. Cause I'm pushing Chopper here to the fullest, man. This shit Chopper here, this shit red rum. I'm a Robin line, baby. You did what I'm saying?
Tell us how you feel like your music impacted people that's listening to it.
As far as like the listeners, how do it impact the listeners? It depends on what you listening to. You know what I'm saying? I touch on all different flavors. You know what I'm saying? I got gangster shit. Then I turn around, I got pain shit. I tell you a story. I walk you down. I walk you through the jailhouse. You dig what I'm saying? I mean, it just depends on what you listening to. You know, everything gonna make you feel a little bit different. I touch on all different subjects. So I mean, it ain't just no feeling one way. You know, I can have you slamming in the club, or I can have you crying about your bitch. You hear me? Real talk. I mean, for real though. You know, I can have you. You know, reminiscing on the jailhouse, or you know, just all different flavors, man. So it ain't just no certain one feeling. You know what I'm saying? You just go bump this for that and that for that.
Yeah, so you got something for everything, pretty much. So you know, some people you listen to and all their music sound alike.
Right.
They may make a hit about a certain topic, and that's what they stay on.
Right.
Yeah, so that's dope that you actually got a variety of different things that we can just listen to from A through Z. Being that you got all the motion going, your song just hit the radio. Congratulations on that.
I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that.
So this, I know this is the first of many. So where do you see yourself being about a year from now?
A year from now, I see myself hopefully being a star in the South. 5 years from now, I want to be all over the country. So, you know, I'm going to take it one step at a time, and we're going to do one thing at a time, man, and we grinding for it. We grinding hard for it, you know. And I mean, right now, it's looking pretty decent. So, you know, I'm planning on being a superstar.
And at what age would you say you were when you finally decided to step in the booth and take it serious? Like, man, I'm just finna go all the way with it.
I was like 15 or 16 years old when you know what I'm saying, and I'm 30 now, so it's like, you know, I was 15 to 16 years old when I started taking shit serious, and I actually gave up on it for a while, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had before, maybe 5 or 6 months ago, I had gave up on this shit for like 3-4 years, you know what I'm saying?
So pretty much you was writing from 15 to what age, basically?
Now.
No, I'm talking about then you took the hiatus. We finna go down the timeline to see.
Oh, no. See, when I first started writing, I was like 9 years old. I got a cousin named Lil Henry. He from Chapel Hill.
Man,
you know,
shout
they
out
used
to
to
Lil Henry.
Yeah, shout out Lil Henry, man. You know, he used to be rapping and shit, you know, doing little beats and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So that really made me want to start
Man, I'm
rapping.
gonna tell you something, man. We used to ride the bus, right? We went to Artist Middle School.
Right.
Man, Lil Henry used to be on the bus beating, and he'll be hitting a little and he'd be through the whole bus. Everybody on the bus rapping to Lil Henry beat bopping on the back.
Cause he cold.
Exactly. So
Yeah,
man,
nigga
definitely
cold,
shout out to
no
Lil
cap.
Henry, man. We gotta show him love on that.
Yeah, that nigga cold, no cap.
Yeah.
So, you know, I was like 9 years old when I started doing that shit, but when I started really taking it serious, like 15, 16, but you know, I had kind of got discouraged when I was about 26 or whatever, so I left that shit alone for a little while, man, but I've been back doing it maybe 6 months now, maybe 5-6 months. And man, this shit is the hardest it ever went for me.
Yeah. Do you have any songs that you wrote that mean more to you than any of the other songs that you got?
Yeah, I got the Pain song. You know, I come from Pain, and that's already out. You know what I'm saying? But I got another song that me and Cinco Bands we dropped. I actually got a feature from Cinco Bands, and that song there mean a lot to me, a whole lot to me. You know, that's talking about, you know, people that I've lost, and you know that song. Yeah, I actually, you know, shed a tear or two writing it, so that mean a lot to me.
We talked about the Pain music. you talked about, we're gonna walk you through the neighborhood, but a few questions ago, listen, you said I could walk you through the jailhouse.
Right.
Let's touch on that. So, you had to actually do some time in order to walk us through the jailhouse, but I didn't know that. So just elaborate on that if you can. Tell us what happened and what you got.
Like it. I done like 1 million, 2 months, 6 months, 8 months here, like, man, this shit every year, like, almost. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I'm sitting in jail every year, like, what the fuck am I doing currently? You know what I'm saying? But, like, yeah, I mean, it's been everything from little petty driving charges to, aggravated assault, simple assault, just little bullshit setting myself back. You dig what I'm saying? So, I mean, and a lot of it had to do with going to Tipton County too. Tipton County wants your ass up there. Like I said, they gonna slam you up under that bitch. Memphis, they kind of more lenient. You know what I'm saying? So since I've been out here, I haven't been had to worry about so much like going to jail or whatever because the police ain't really on that. Like if you ain't just really just doing something, you ain't going to jail. Tipton County, you can. If you ain't got no driver license and you riding a bike, your ass going to jail.
Speaking of that, have you heard of anything about them changing the laws or talking about changing the laws with police being able to actually not be able to pull people over with drive-out tags and stuff like that?
Yeah, I heard about that because of Tyree Nichols, and I don't blame him for that. I don't blame him for that. That shit was wrong what they did to him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That shit, and they pulled him over because of some tags or whatever the fuck they pulled him over.
It wasn't a direct crime that he committed to be.
And then when they beating on the man hollering about something about he fucked his wife and out there, there's some personal shit going on. Yeah. Like, come on, man, I ain't with all that shit. That shit is not what's up. Them niggas need to be. Now, them the people that I feel like deserve to be locked up and shit.
Yeah.
Them type of people, they abuse their authority because they got authority or whatever. And, nah, that shit ain't what's up, man. Y'all can't pull that man over and kill him.
Exactly.
Because he fucked your bitch. You ignorant.
Well, being that your name is Gunzo,
right?
I want to ask you a gun question.
Okay.
Because the state of Tennessee actually has been talking about passing a law, basically letting 18-year-olds purchase a handgun, carry a handgun. Do you think that's necessary, or do you think that's putting us more in a jeopardizing situation, or?
I don't really see too much of a difference between an 18-year-old and a 21-year-old, you know what I'm saying? I don't really see too much of a difference at all. And, me, I'm pro-guns, but, I feel like putting the guns, like, in all the young niggas' hands and letting it be so easy access or whatever, that shit gonna cause excess killing. And I don't feel like that's a good idea. I really don't feel like it's a good idea to have legal access to a gun at 21. You know what I'm saying? When certain motherfuckers can't get in the club till 25 or better. You see what I'm saying? So that shit, like, I mean.
So let's say in the meeting that they have in the state of Tennessee when they looking and they were doing all this stuff to make their decision. Let's just say hypothetically if they could pull this video up and they said, he made a good point. We actually gonna make our decision based on what he said.
Right.
What would be something that you think, what would be something you want them to see here that we can actually voice our opinion on and actually put this into the space where it make a difference? I guess one question would be, how old do you think people should be, or what should be the qualification before a person can get a handgun?
Well, I feel like you should be trained with a handgun before you have a handgun. You dig what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That'll stop a lot of the senseless, babies dying and bullets going in windows and all that old shit. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody can have a gun. I mean, I feel like that the open carry thing is the right decision because that gives the law-abiding citizens a chance against all the little fuck shit that's going on out here, you know what I'm saying? I mean, don't get me wrong, you know what I'm saying? I'm a street nigga, I come from the streets, man, but I don't agree with a lot of this little, little bullshit, all this little thug shit. It's a difference between being a gangster and being a thug. I'm a gangster. You dig what I'm saying?
What's the difference between a gangster and a thug?
A thug is like this real rugged, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't know how to carry themselves. They just outrageous, they reckless, they, this ruthless shit. You dig what I'm saying? Nah, we move different than that. You know what I'm saying? We move a lot different than that. We move strategic.
Yeah.
This shit ain't, and if you want your man, get your man. Don't kill this woman or this baby. You dig what I'm saying?
Speaking on that, like, a lot of people don't know what the word gangster come from.
Right.
Or gangbanging came from, actually, where people were protecting neighborhoods. They just had to fight against other neighborhoods to be able to keep stuff, on each side of the line. So when you say that basically it's strategic, Would you say that gangsters are still moving like that these days, or does it have a different terminology?
Nah, damn right, damn right. If you a gangster, you gonna move strategic. You gonna be quiet about what you're doing. You gonna. I mean, I'm not saying a lot of decisions that gangsters make is the right decisions, but I mean, it's gonna be a lot less innocent bystander.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? Instead of 30 shots at a spot, and then there you go, 3 kids dead.
Yeah, you know not to shoot where the women and the kids that are following different kind of codes, what you hear people say.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Yeah. I'm Big MG. This is the Millionaire Grind Network. Keep it locked the next time.